Hello everybody and welcome to our coding class number 6. Super excited to have you guys here. If this is your first coding class, welcome. You don't have to do the other ones in order, so you can perfectly well start with this one, although I'd suggest that you go back and do the other ones. If you're coming back, thank you so much. I'm super excited to have you guys here, and today we are going to be coding Mr. Potato Head. So Mr. Potato Head should be popping up here, I think there. You remember he's like a potato, and then you put the pieces of his face on. So you can put eyes, you can put on a nose, you can put on a mouth. So we're going to do that in coding. And what we're going to code is that you press on the bits and pieces, and they're going to go on his face. That sound good to you guys? I'm super excited to do it. So as always, I'm going to tell you guys the blocks that we're going to be using. Most of them we've used in previous classes. There's one that we haven't, which is a very special one, okay? So starting with the blocks, the yellow blocks, so these are the start blocks. Every line of code starts with one of these. This is the start on green flag. So this is what happens when you press the green flag to start the program. It starts with this line of code and any blocks after it. This is the new one. So this one is a start on tap. And you'll see that it has a person and a finger on it. So anytime you touch that object, it will start doing the code that is after this block, okay? So the object is stopped, and when you press on it, it's gonna start doing whatever you tell it to, okay? And that's very special for today because we're going to be tapping on each of Mr. Potato Head's parts. We also have movement blocks, which we're gonna use today. So this is the move down. So when you use it, the object is going to move down one. Move up, so the object will move up one block, one square, because it has a 1 on the bottom. You can change that number. Today actually we are going to do that. So I didn't explain that. It's pretty important. So this is another movement block, which is move right, and you'll notice that each of these blocks has a number under it. So that's the number 1, and when you put it, it's number 1. If you want something to move, for example, 3 spaces that way, you're going to change this to number 3. And today we're going to do that. So I'll show you in the program. Sorry, I wasn't explaining that. Now you have your move left. So same blue block, movement block, and it tells the object to move left. You have an ending block. So every line of code will end with one of these red blocks. And in this case, it just stop and don't do anything else. And the last one is a green block, which is a sound block, and we're going to record our own voice. And we're going to record each part that Mr. Potato Head will get. So he's going to get his eyes, and we're going to say, I have my eyes. He's going to get his mouth, and we say, I have my mouth. Okay? Cool? So, grab your iPad or your tablet or your computer, the one that has ScratchJr installed, and with that, we start. So, let me start recording my screen so that you guys can see it, which should be popping up right there. We're going to start ScratchJr. And on the first screen that appears, we're going to press on that house. You see that little black dot? That's more or less where my finger is. So if in doubt where I'm pressing, although I do explain it, follow that black dot. Press on that. And we're going to create a new project. So for that, we're going to go up here to the left, and you see that rectangle with the plus sign? That's where we're going to press. Don't worry if you don't have the rest of the screen, like all the projects that you see there. It's because I've been coding quite a lot of them. You might have 1 or 2, you might even have more or different ones. But all of you will have that white with the plus sign. So press there, okay? Now, every time we create a project, you'll see that you have ScratchJr. So that's the cat. We don't need ScratchJr for this project. So if you press on him with your finger, long press, keep your finger there, he's going to start wiggling. When he wiggles, press that red cross. If he doesn't wiggle, take your finger out and make sure that you press on him and don't move your finger. Just leave it pressed on him. It will wiggle, I promise. My kids struggle with that. So it's one of the only things that they struggle with the coding. Go figure. On the top, we're going to put on the top. So we're going to start with our background, which we actually have to make. So we're going to make a potato head background. Press on the top where you see the blue and the green. And now press on that, the paintbrush. So right on the top next to the tick box, there's a paintbrush. Press on that one, okay? And we are going to make a potato. And the way we do that is we're going to press on the circle. So you have the squiggly line on the left that looks like a snake. Beneath it you have a circle, which allows us to draw a circle. So press on that one. And what color is Mr. Potato Head? He normally is kind of like this brownish cream. So we're going to select that brown, light brown there. Might be beige, I think. And we are going to draw that circle like an oval. So start on the top left, put your finger there, and drag your finger down. Okay? And then let go. And you should have like an oval. So start up there and drag him all the way down. Cool? Awesome. And we're going to paint the inside of him. So we're going to go to the bucket. So you see on the right, you have scissors, a camera, and a bucket on the bottom. Press on the bucket and press somewhere in the middle of the circle with your finger. So tap it with your finger. And voila, you should have a filled Mr. Potato Head. Let's make the background also a different color. So I'm going to do red. Press on red here, so the color red, and press anywhere outside the circle. Anywhere outside the circle, that white part. Okay? So you should have a red background and a Mr. Potato Head. When you do, press the tick box, and we have our background where we're going to code. Cool? We're still going to have to draw something. So what are we going to make? We're going to make some hair, face, eyes, and a nose. Wait, hair, face. That's silly. So we're going to make hair, eyes, nose, and mouth. Okay? So let's start by drawing some hair. Go to the plus sign on the left. So you have ScratchJr, the house, that plus sign. We're going to go to the paintbrush. So today it's all paintbrush. We're all going to be coding. We're going to be drawing the parts. Press the paintbrush. And now press on that squiggly line on the top left. So you see the one that looks like a snake? Press on that one. And we're going to make his hair yellow. So press on yellow. And we're going to make it pretty thick. So here on the left, you see you have like the narrow line and then the thick line. We're going to press on this one. So not the total thick, but a little thick. And we're going to draw somewhere in the middle a squiggly line. Okay? So just up and down with your finger. Put your finger on it and go up and down until you get a squiggly line. That's going to be our hair. When you're done, press the tick box on the top right. Cool? And we're going to place it more or less, just to see how Mr. Potato Head would look, we're going to put it there. Okay? Now we're going to draw some eyes. So press on that plus sign. So on the left, under the eye, so under the hair. So under the hair, press that white and that plus sign. There you go. We're going to press on the paintbrush. And now we're going to draw two eyes. So the way we're going to do that is by pressing on the circle. So under that squiggly snake line, you have a circle. So press on that one. Okay? And let's make the eyes black around it. So press on the black and make it thinner. So on the left, press on any of these lines here. So that one, for example. Okay, so you should have a circle over here on the top left, kind of like that thinner line here, and black. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start up here, and we're going to drag it down a little bit. So put your finger there and drag it down here, and then let go. And more or less above where this eye ends, we're going to put our finger there and drag it down again, more or less the same size, and let go. Cool? You should have two ovals like that look like eyes. And in the middle, we're going to draw a circle, okay? So put your finger there and draw like a little circle in the middle of the other one. And then draw another circle in the middle of this one. Okay? Awesome. And now we're going to fill it in. So press the bucket and press in the middle of the little circle. Be careful that you do it right in the middle of the little circle and in the middle of the other one. Cool? These are going to be our eyes. And we're going to paint the big one white. You'll see why in a second. So press on white and press in the middle of the big oval circle and in the middle of the other oval circle. Okay? Cool? Now press on the tick box. And you see, when now you put the eyes on Mr. Potato Head, they're not transparent, so they're white, so it doesn't appear as cream, okay? Put your finger on it and drag it up a little bit so that it's more or less where the eyes should be. Is that okay? Cool. Now we need a nose. Let's make a carrot nose, okay? So we're gonna press the plus sign. We're gonna, on the left, so sorry, here on the left under the eyes, we're gonna press that plus sign. We're gonna press on the paintbrush, and we are going to make an orange. Let's make a square nose, okay? So on the left, we're gonna get this wiggly snake, then you have the circle, and then you have this square. So press on the square, press on orange, and make a rectangle. So put your finger there and drag it across. Okay, so more or less there, and then drag it across. Cool? And let go. So you should have a square now. If you make a mistake, you see that arrow over there on the top left? If you press it, it goes back. So it undoes the last thing that you did. Okay, so I'm going to draw the square again because I just showcased how to take something out if you do the mistake. So put your finger there and down. And now we're going to make little squares inside of it. Okay, so just anywhere, drag a little bit, drag a little bit, drag a little bit, drag a little bit. Cool? When you've finished, go to the top right and press that tick box. And now put your finger on that nose and drag it more or less where a nose should be. It is a weird nose, isn't it? Okay? And now we're just missing a mouth from Mr. Potato Head. So we're going to draw it as well. Go to the left, under the nose, where the plus sign is. Press on that plus sign. Press on the paintbrush. And now we're going to make a mouth. A mouth should be, let's make it red. Okay, so this other red, no, pink. Let's make a pink mouth. So we're going to press on pink. We're going to press on the squiggly line that looks like a snake. And we're going to make a smiley face. So just draw a smile. Put your finger here and go one, like all the way around, and then back. Okay? Cool? You can make it frowning, you can make it sad. I like to make it smiling. And we're going to draw a tongue. So let's just go there and draw that with our hand, okay? So you should draw like down, up, and then across. Let's see if we can fill the tongue. Go to the bucket, so the bucket is under the camera, and press in the middle of that tongue. It should fill. So you're gonna have, if it doesn't work, press the arrow back and make sure you draw the tongue all around. So go all the way down, all the way up, and across. Okay, and that's the only way you can fill it. Okay? And get the bucket. We're gonna have to fill inside the mouth as well, white. So press on white. You should still have the bucket, and press anywhere inside the smile, and you'll see that the smile fills in white. Okay? Press the tick box, and put, if this happens, so if it goes squiggly, just press anywhere else. Press on the mouth and drag it down. Okay? That's a weird Mr. Potato Head, isn't it? So cool. Everybody has hair, eyes, a nose, and a mouth. If you do, we're ready to start coding. Okay? So for this one, we're going to take things out of their position and then tap on them for them to go back. So the first thing we're going to do is select the hair. So press on the hair here on the left. So you see the hair should have a yellow box around it. We're going to press this square up here that has all the little squares in it. So it's a rectangle with squares in it. And what you'll see appear is where the object is. So in the case of our hair, it's here. It's on line 13, row 13 and column 11. Okay, so 11, 13. What we're going to do is put our finger on it and drag it to the left. Okay? So it still should be on the same row, but it's now changed, okay? So it was more or less here on, I think it was 13. No, where was it? Let's see. So now it's on 10. Okay, so it was on 10, and now it is on 2, okay? And that's important because we're going to tell it to move. So it was on 10, now it's on 2. It needs to move 8 of these squares to the right to be back where it was. So we're going to remember that. 8 squares before we start coding, okay? 8 squares. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a special yellow block of the touch one. So the one that has the person and the hand. So press on that one and drag that one down to the coding interface, the coding part. Drag it down. And now we're going to go to, so this what it does is when somebody touches that hair, it's going to start doing what's after it. Now we go to the blue blocks, and because we dragged him left, we're going to need him to go right for exactly 8 positions. So press on the arrow right, that way. So drag that one down, and you'll see that under it, it's a 1. We're going to have to change that to 8. So press on the 1, and a little calculator appears here. Press on 8. Okay? So with that, it's going to tell it to move 8 times to the right. So now we're going to record a message. Go to the green, go to the microphone, and in this box that appears, we're going to press red to record, and then the tick box when we've finished recording. So we go red, and we say, I have my hair, and tick box, okay? So I'll let you guys do it. Press on the microphone, press on the red, say, I have my hair, and then tick box. And you'll see that this microphone appears. Drag that microphone down next to the arrow, okay? Cool? And with that, we've finished coding our hair. So press on the red blocks and drag down the red block without the arrows, okay? So when we touch the hair, it's going to move into position, say, I have my hair, and then it's going to do nothing else. Cool? So now let's do the eyes. So let's go to the eyes, press on those eyes, and we're going to do exactly the same coding, but we're going to move him in a different direction. So for the eyes, he's now in 10, 10 in my case. It might be a different number for you. Maybe your adult can help you with this if you're too small. So we're going to drag him. If this happens, just tap anywhere on the screen. So drag him to the right and drag him up. Okay? So in my case, now he's at 12 and 17. So for him to be 10, 10, we're going to have to go down 2 and go to the left 10. Well, remember that. So yellow, we're going to go to this one of tapping. So the one that has the person and the finger. Drag that down. And we're going to go to the movement blocks. So blue, and remember, he has to go down and to the left. So we're going to do down, drag that down, and he has to go down, because he's on 12, he has to go down to 10. So he has to go down 2. Press here on the 1, press on 2, so he goes down 2, and we're done. Now we're going to drag down left. So go to that arrow of the left, and we're going to have to change it from 17 to 10. So 17 minus 10, 7. Press on that 1, and in the calculator that appears, press on 7. Cool? Awesome, guys. And we're going to record another message. So go to the green blocks, press the microphone, press record, and record. I have my eyes, and press that tick box. Okay, I'll let you guys do it. Press the microphone, press record, say, I have my eyes, and then the tick box, okay? And drag that microphone down. Cool? Awesome, guys. So let's just finish this line of code. So go to the red blocks, and use the red block without the arrows and drag it down. Awesome? Cool. Now we're missing our nose. So press on the nose here on the left. So under the eyes, press on the nose. Make sure the nose has the yellow box around it. And now we're going to see where he is. So he's again on 10 and 6. So we're going to drag him, put your finger on it, and all the way to the left and probably 2 up. Okay. So he was on 6, he's now on 8, and he was on 10, he's on 3. Okay? We're going to start with the yellow blocks and the tap to start. So the one that has a person and the finger, drag that one down. And now we're going to go to the blue blocks, the movement ones. So we need him to move down from 8 to 6. So we're going to move down. So that's a down block. Drag that one down. And we're going to press on the 1. And we're going to have him move down 2. So 8 minus 6, 2. Press 2. And now we're going to have him move to the right from 3 to 10. So 10 minus 3, 7. Okay? We're going to drag down the right arrow. So he has to move that way. And we're going to press on the 1 under it and change it to 7 in that mini calculator. Okay? Cool? So now we just have to record a sound. So green blocks, the microphone, the record button, and say, I now have my nose and it's tickly. And press a tick box. So press on the microphone, the red circle, and say, I now have my nose and it's tickly, and then the tick box. Cool? Thumbs up. Awesome. And we're going to drag that microphone down next to the blue arrow. And we're done with this line of code. So we go to the red blocks to finish, and we drag down that red block without the arrows. Cool? Awesome. And now we're down to our last coding of the mouth. So we go to the mouth. We're going to do a similar thing. We're going to put our finger on him and drag him to the right. In this case, I'm just going to keep him in the same row. So he was at 4, he stays at 4. He was at 10, he's now at 18. Okay? So we're going to start coding him. We're going to go to the yellow blocks. We're going to get that yellow block with the finger, the person in the finger, drag that down. And we just have to move him with the blue blocks to the left. So drag down that left arrow. There we go. And change that 1 to 18 minus 10 is 8. So we're going to press on the 1 and put in 8. Okay? Cool. We're going to do another recording. So go to the green blocks, press the microphone, press the red circle, and say, I finally have my mouth. And press that tick box. So I'll let you guys record it, okay? Microphone, red circle, I finally have my mouth. And the tick box. And that new microphone that appears, drag it down next to the arrow. Okay? And we're going to finish that line of code with the red block without the arrows. Okay? Cool? So let's just code one more thing and then we're done. So we're going to go to the yellow blocks and we're going to drag down the green flag. And this means when we start the program, he's going to do something. And what he's going to do is say, I've lost my face. Okay? So we're going to have to record that. So go to the green blocks, and next to the microphone that we already have, there's the other microphone. Press on that one, so the recording one. We're going to press the red circle and say, I've lost my face. Please help me find it. And press the tick box. Okay? So I'll let you guys do it. Record. I've lost my face. Please help me find it. And that new microphone that appears, so with the number 2, drag that one down next to the green flag. Okay? And we're going to finish this line of code with a red block without the arrows. So red blocks and the one without the arrow. Okay? Cool? Everybody has that? With that, we're done. We can test our program, okay? So let's go make it full screen so that we can see it. So go to the rectangle and use the one that has the corners. I explained that all wrong. So go to the top of your screen, that rectangle that has lines at the corners, press on that one so that you go to full screen. You should see Mr. Potato Head with all the body parts, all the face parts in different places. Press on the green flag. Well, actually put the volume up. Press on the green flag.
I've lost my face.
I've lost my face.
Find it.
Now with your finger, touch each body part. So let's touch the hair.
I have my hair.
It's cool. Touch the eyes.
I have my eyes.
Touch the nose.
Button and say, I now have my nose and it's tickly.
And press on the mouth.
Say, I finally have my mouth.
You built Mr. Potato's Head face in coding. Isn't that awesome? I hope you guys like this. I hope you keep enjoying the classes and keep coming back. I love it. So I'll be here hopefully every week with a new class. I'll see you guys next time. If you really want to keep going with this, press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button below. And any feedback that you might have or any class that you want me to give suggestions, give feedback downstairs. Anything I'm not explaining very well, you can also tell me. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, okay? And if you've done anything else with this, share it in the comments as well. Like, share if you can. What else have you coded with this, okay? I'll see you guys in the next coding class. Bye!